Right, in this video we're going to be going over the changes that the developers have made to the Descent. So strap in. Right, quick disclaimer. The reason I've not covered the Descent before, because I'm aware it's the big new shiny thing that's coming out and everyone's excited about it. The reason I've not covered it before is because I honestly could not care less about this type of game mode. I think they are a waste of time, a waste of investment, and to be honest, I normally see this in games when they're at the end of their creative, quote unquote, abilities. Oh, what should we do? Let's just add a roguelike mode. There are several games that have added roguelikes when they've hit the cap on their creative bankruptcy, from Remnant to Mortal Shell, Prey, Hitman, Lufia 2, Ancient Cave. There are a plethora that have just ceased to function, so they add a roguelike, and that seems to bring back a tiny bit of revenue and player base for a certain amount of time. However, the problem with roguelikes is essentially how they're scaled. How do you scale this game kind of optimally in a roguelike so that you're actually able to play it in a reasonable manner with a decent amount of enjoyment? Because typically roguelikes are added for people that just wants to play the game for fun. For people like me that like to get rewards and are actually rewarded for their time, roguelikes are a dead end. The problem is Division has done their standard of, in order to increase difficulty, just screw more things up, which is wonderful. So the first problem that we came across was the ammo bug is still present. If you don't know what the ammo bug is, just randomly out of nowhere, the game just decides you have 0 ammo, despite the fact that your counter says you clearly have ammo. So we did find a way around this, which I'll go into in a minute. But first of all, this is Rise of Brutality's gameplay from last night. He hit loop 46. This is over 9 hours worth of gameplay to get to here. Okay, 9 hours. Now, as you can see, he is clearly chewing through everything. He's got like 3,000 RPM basically on every single gun by using Allegro at 10 stacks, which is a 100% increase in RPM. Chatterbox, which is another 50% increase in RPM. He has Chatterbox at max buff when he got the Bullet Hell, which is the talent from Bullet King, which essentially allows you to have infinite ammo. He also has Adrenaline Rush and Bloodsucker, and there are 3 times now where he has got to kill and Bloodsucker is not proccing. You can also be near enemies and Adrenaline Rush doesn't proc. And adding in the simple fact that the enemies don't actually do that much damage aside from snipers. Snipers weirdly seem to be doing percentage damage no matter how much armor you have. This is the end result. The other enemies, the difference between level 30 and level 46, there were small increments that you could maybe argue were a slight increase. But as for actual damage scaling and difficulty scaling, there isn't one. They've said they've increased it. No, he was literally killing and able to kill everything very damn quickly. The only threat that he had were snipers. They were able to just absolutely chew through him. He had concussion level 10, vigilance level 10, unhinged level 10, critical level 10, allegro level 10, obliterate level 10, adrenaline rush, bloodsucker, preservation, insulated, clutch and leadership, trauma, optimized, vindictive, lucky shot, steady-handed and surge. Got some pretty good weapons. Bullet Hell, Breathe 3 and Incessant Chatter were his exotics. That's Bullet King, Lady Death and Chatterbox. Now the issue that we found with the ammo glitch is it's more prevalent if you stay in cover. So you are forced out of cover or basically have no ammo or resort to your pistol. Now we did do some testing with it, and from what we can figure out, it seems to be due to your ammo gain. which is a combination of chatterbox, bullet hell, steady-handed, lucky shot, anything that is able to give you ammo back. If you hit sort of your maximum ammo of what the game will allow you to do and then regen too much ammo, for some dumb reason the game goes, oh, that means you have 0. Which then means you need to play out of cover because you need to miss more shots, because if you miss shots while in cover, all missed shots due to lucky shot don't count as missed shots, you just get the bullet returned. And then when you hit shots, it goes towards stacking bullet hell. Once you hit 100, you get bullet hell ammo back. Once you kill an enemy, you get your incessant chatter ammo back. And once you hit enough stacks of steady-handed, that will also refill the magazine out of a non-existent ammo pool. You get too much ammo back. The game goes, nope, 0. Then we have the issue of the rewards. Now, admittedly, you can get some seriously hefty rewards from this, and by hefty I just mean by sheer amount, not the actual quality, because the quality is something entirely different. He spent 9 hours in Descent. He has a lot of crafting caches, some field and proficiency research caches, and 4 exotic caches. That's it. So materials, gear he probably doesn't even need, 4 exotics. Yeah, for the time investment, the rewards are a waste of time. They are not there to help sustain your gameplay on your main side character. Essentially, Descent is going to be a mode for people that only really specifically enjoy playing roguelike. If you think this is going to increase your play or your standing with your main character, your materials, etc., etc., no. You would get more benefit from playing Countdown whenever they decide to fix the bugs. Rise got 22 caches for 9 hours worth of play. We figured out that as long as you have an organised team, well, you don't even need an organised team, you could even run it on challenging as well. You get to use your own builds with the things that you have farmed. With 5 hours worth of Countdown, you can get up to 37 caches, and you can pick whether they be the season rewards, field proficiency, named, exotics, etc., etc. And depending on what you buy, you can potentially even get more. If you just picked exotics, you can get 22 exotics in 5 hours. Possibly more. Which is worth a lot more than what Descent would give you in 9 hours. Now, I am aware this is a bit of a spicy take, and clearly my bias for not liking this type of game mode has come through. However, I was genuinely very, very hopeful for this game mode, because this game does need something new and exciting. Even if it's not something I like, it does need something new, shiny to come through, bring more players to it, as well as show the developers that we can actually care about this game. I was excited for Descent, not to play it, but what it would potentially bring to the game. It's also nice to see things like Allegro making a return, because normally we only have that on Invisible Hands for Perfect Allegro. There are some things that are showing through the cracks that we are able to see in the Descent mode that is promising. However, it is very clear they are still kind of lost, not too sure on what direction to actually go. Maybe the code is still quite bothersome, because the dev team we have now is very different to the dev team that we had when the game was first made, so the code is not something they're exactly familiar with. I'm pretty sure at this point we all know that the game has absolute spaghetti code, so I think they're trying to fix and get through it bit by bit with every single patch. But overall, with the idea behind Descent, I was hopeful, but the application and execution of it is, I don't want to say terrible, but it's not there. It really is not there. There are still bugs present. At this point, I kind of feel like bugs should not be a problem. It's a 4-year-old game, pushing 4 years, or it is 4 years. Bugs should just not be a thing at this point. And the level of design that they've clearly put into the Descent, I kind of feel like they're going kind of, oh yeah, forget about the bugs, look at the shiny background, because the actual atmospherics and the look of Descent is really good. It is actually quite stunning. It's probably some of the best like level art design they have done ever, but I care more for things like the actual play. I want things to work. I could get behind Minecraft graphics if it worked properly. At the moment, we've got the other way around. We've got pretty good aesthetics, but the game just doesn't work properly, and this extends into the Descent. And yeah, I'm not happy about it, in case you can't tell. Anyway, I am going to shut up now. I am interested in your thoughts of the Descent, if you've played it, or if you're on console, sorry, and you've just been having to watch streamers play it. I am interested in your thoughts, but in the meantime, have fun, good luck, don't die, it's bad for the health.